Welcome back everyone to my IDC 31 run. I am in the final group stage from the top 8, where I'm up against CVH playing WFN Aggro at the top of the screen, and I'm on the bottom of the screen playing Water Darkness Aggro. Just as a recap, I've won the first match against Nasus, and I lost the second group stage match against Dark Center. So this is gonna be the deciding match of whether or not I make it to top 4. So let's see how it goes. I have Amelia on turn 2 and an Aquavolcus on turn 3, also winning the die roll, so it looks like I have pretty good odds to win this game. Now he doesn't have a turn 2 play, fortunately for me. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have a double 2 on turn 4, just a locomotiver. So I'm gonna have to go for that. I've lost to CVH in the Swiss round 2-0. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to pull this one off. The matchup against this deck isn't the best. This deck tends to struggle against very tempo-y decks like this tempo rebirth version of Water Fire Nature. So yeah, breaking 2 more shields with Hulkus and Melia, and Melia hits into a shield trigger, which is the Spiral Gate, sending back the Locomotiver because it's the more expensive card, so I'd have to spend 4 mana to resummon it. But at least Locomotiver did its job in sniping Uses Soul, which would have been quite a threat for my board. Now it's gonna remove my whole field with a combination of Volcano Charger and Aquahulcus. Here I'm playing the Lucky Ball, drawing 2 cards, and my card advantage is I'm not that far behind in card advantage, despite having broken 3 shields already. He's gonna play Coral here, but I'm just gonna replay the Lucky Ball and then a 2-drop. So yeah, I draw into Speeding Terror, which I'm gonna play alongside the Lucky Ball, and next turn I can go for Melia Spin Slicer and bounce something with Spiral Gate. If he has Searing Wave, that's not gonna be a good idea. He's gonna kill 2 creatures, but he's also gonna lose a shield. So instead he's going for a Lucky Ball and Stained Glass to try to build a board, because he has to win the game himself at one point. So yeah, I'm gonna remove his 2-turn clock with Spiral Gate and summon Melia Spin Slicer and go in for the remaining shields, which don't have any triggers, so I take the first game. Now we're going to game 2, where CVH is on the play. This looks like a decent hand, although I would like to have an Aquahulcus as well. I charge the Paladin because it's not that useful in this match, and yeah, I'm gonna go for Melia. Next turn I can go for Aquahulcus, fortunately, which I did draw off the top of my deck. This time he does have a 2-drop in the form of Gonta. Now he's gonna go for Stained Glass, and originally I was gonna go for Aquahulcus on turn 3, but now with the Stained Glass I kinda wanna go for Aqua Guard and Spiral Gate to bounce the Conta and have something to prevent the Stained Glass from trading with Melia. But doing this play kind of exhausts my hand, whereas going for Acapulcos would kind of keep my hand advantage, my card advantage higher. So even if the Stained Glass would have traded with Melia, I think that would have still been a better play, to be honest. Because now he can easily go for Searing Wave and still have 2 shields. While I have next to no cards in hand. So yeah, maybe he doesn't even need Searing Wave, maybe he has something better, which he does with Gonta and Spiral Gate, which allows the Stained Glass to trade with Melia. Here I'm gonna go for Hulkus into Aqua Guard, breaking another shield with Unicorn Fish. Could go for Searing Wave, or he could go for a removal for Aqua Guard, killing the Unicorn Fish with Gonta. So let's see what he decides to do. If he does go for removing Aqua Guard into killing the Unicorn Fish, then next turn I can summon 2 or 3 creatures, take another shield with Acapulcos, and if he has Searing Wave he can put himself on 0 shields, but I won't have any card in hand and I'll have to rely on top decks. So that's probably why he's thinking for so long. So yeah, he decides to go for Surfer Bounce, the Aqua Guard, and kill the Unicorn Fish. So yeah, this turn looks like an Aqua Guard plus Spinning Terror plus Spiral Gate. Bouncing the Gonta here and taking another shield with Acapulcos. This Aqua Guard is gonna force him to kind of use the Searing Wave. Which he does, putting himself on 0 shields, then summoning Gonta, which makes me have to rely on top decks. So now I'm just playing a Spinning Terror, which he can easily remove with any card in any spell in his deck. So a Lucky Ball here would have definitely been much better. So far I've only seen 1 Locomotiver this turn, so there is also the possibility I could see 1 from the shields. Now he's gonna summon Gonta and Quixotic after destroying Spinning Terror with Volcano Charger, going for 2 shields, and unfortunately I don't get either of a Locomotiver or an Evolution. And now I'm gonna need a Spiral Gate in shields to save me from lethal. which I don't have. I do have a locomotiver, so had he started breaking shields from the other way around, I could have taken this game, but yeah, it wasn't meant to be. So now we go into the final game. I am on the play here, and I will have a spinning terror on turn 2. Hopefully I draw into something I can summon on turn 3. I do draw into a Duel Spider, which isn't the best thing. If he has Gonta here, I'm not gonna be able to apply pressure with Spinning Terror. Or even Quixotic for that matter. So yeah, he has the Gonta, which means I won't be able to attack with Spinning Terror. Here I'm gonna summon Milnia, and the plan is to bounce the Gonta with Unicorn Fish next turn and go in. However, this plan is thwarted as soon as he summons the second Gonta. So now I'm gonna go in with Melnia and Spin Slicer. Unfortunately for me, he does get a Spiral Gate in the first shield, which negates the whole turn of summoning Melnia Spin Slicer. Perhaps there could have been merit to attacking with Spinning Terror, just to kinda revenge kill Gonta if he did kill it. So yeah, I'm gonna resummon Spin Slicer here, break another shield. Now if he has a Corail here, it could be quite devastating for me. And he does, which is gonna kinda break my draws for the next turn. I'm gonna put a Melnia first, so I can summon it alongside Spinning Terror next turn. And he's actually thinking about going in, which could be a decent turn for him. Now I'm gonna summon Paladin, Guard Paladin to kill the Gonta. Next turn I can go for Melnia Spin Slicer. So let's see if he has a removal for the Paladin, and unfortunately for me he has Miraculous Rebirth, which he can use to get a Lucky Ball, as the User Soul is in his mana zone and the Unicorn Fish is on the battle zone. So the Lucky Ball here is gonna allow him to draw 2 cards. And he can just keep going in, to be honest. Here I'm gonna kinda have to kill a Corail if I want to have a chance at surviving his turn. I have to hope that I have a Spiral Gate in the last shield and that he doesn't have a Speed Attacker. Now it's gonna kill the Melnia with a Volcano Charger and summon a Gonta, so yeah, no Spiral Gate in the last shield. which means I unfortunately lose the third match in top 8. So yeah, my round for IDC 31 ends there. Until next time, see ya.